Hey guys, it's Megan from Transcend Your Reality. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to talk about free will. Okay, do people have free will in your reality? Before we dive into the video, if you guys are interested in working with me one-on-one to manifest whatever you want in your reality, the description is linked below, or you can email as well. It's definitely in the description box. So you guys, do people have free will in your reality? No. That's the short answer. Okay. So what I've noticed in my coaching over the years is people continuously give others free will in their reality. They take their cues, which I did another video about taking cues in reality from other people, the 3D. That happens a lot, and I understand because it's a paradigm shift, really. We're taught to put other people ahead of us, okay? That we're being selfish. At least those are things that I were taught in my reality before I came into manifestation, okay? But that is not the case, okay? It's actually the exact opposite. We really want to value ourselves. There's nothing being selfish about giving ourselves what we want, okay? And nobody has free will in your reality. Nobody can consciously create for you except for you. Everybody is just acting accordingly based on your assumptions about yourself and about them, okay? And the stories and narratives that you've created. Now, I understand they seem so real because, again, as I've said in other videos, from 0 to 7, we are just, like sponges. So we take everything on and creates our identity, and it keeps manifesting out. So we feel like this identity is so solid and real. We feel like, we have a role in our family life, or we feel we have a role in our relationships, or we have circumstances that keep saying the same thing, that keeps being manifested out, people telling us the same thing, or, one relationship comes in and then it goes out, and then another relationship comes in and we feel like we're creating that same pattern. Well, you are creating the same pattern because nobody does have free will in your reality. They're just literally mirrors to you of what you have going on internally. So what you're saying to be true for yourself in relation to that subject. Okay. So therefore, even if you've created a narcissist in your reality, everybody's going to agree with you that they are a narcissist for the most part, because those other people are you pushed out as well. So they are just going to, again, react to your assumptions, okay? So therefore, you can change anybody you want in your reality. You can get anybody to say what you want, all right? Because they're merely just reflecting your assumptions about them. Now, these can be formed from general assumptions. They can be general assumptions of maybe all women are a certain way, or all men are a certain way. This can be general assumptions, or general assumptions about relationships and how you feel yourself into those things and what your role is into that. So therefore, you always want to have a good conception of yourself and make sure you're not putting yourself down, because for the most part behind all that, it's usually because we are not feeling worthy of what our desire is, okay, or worthy of ourselves in this relationship. But we're not consciously saying, I don't feel worthy, I don't feel chosen. Those are not what we're consciously saying. Those are coming out in different sentences, okay, in our head. Different thoughts, different images, different memories are getting in our way to remind yourself, hey, last time you tried this happened, be careful, because your subconscious is going to always want to try to protect you. So that's coming up as well. But in reality, nobody has that free will in your 3D. They're only mirroring to you what you think they are going to behave, okay? So therefore, if you think that, men are cheaters, okay, in your reality, you're going to create every man in your reality as being a cheater, okay? Or they're players, or, they don't have emotions, okay? They don't, if that's your assumption about men, they're going to show up that way. You're going to project that onto them, okay? And therefore, they're going to play that part because they're just an actor in your reality. They're an actor in your, in your mind, basically. And then it gets manifested out as you project that onto them, all right? So therefore, if that's a belief that you have, then you want to start changing that belief or assumption that all men in my reality, are always loyal to me. Okay, they're always loyal, they're always faithful. All right, and overcoming that stuff, and see yourself as somebody who is no other alternative to. Like, they would never want to like lose you, okay? They would never want anything to come between you guys. So therefore their actions would never do anything to dishonor you. So you want to work on all those different things, because everybody's you pushed out and nobody has free will. So they're going to be doing and saying what you think. Now this can be in any, that's an area of an SP. This can be your kids. This can be your mom. This can be your brother. This can be a boss. It can be anything. And everybody is just, you know, they don't have any free will. Your intention wins in your reality. Okay, so let's remind ourselves that we're consciously creating. So therefore, why are we saying shitty things about ourselves? Stop saying shitty things about yourself. Stop thinking that you need to be so perfect and that you need to change for people, or that people are going to do bad things to you. No, it's your reality. I don't care. I mean, I do care. I'm sorry. We will work through those trauma responses that you might have, because I know that can be real too, and working through those triggers and trauma is very important to this. But I do want to tell you, just because something happened in your past does not mean it's going to manifest in the future. I've had a lot of shitty things experienced in my past happen to me that I've manifested in totally different scenarios and totally different situations for myself, based on changing that conception of who I am and what I thought I was worth and what I wanted, and going to my ideal. And sometimes we have to transcend to figure out what those ideals are, because we haven't had them before. So sometimes those affirmations that people might give you might not resonate with you at first, because you've never had that experience. You don't have to believe those affirmations. You can say them over and over again, and they're going to manifest out, because you're giving your subconscious, you know, you're dictating what's going to happen through your subconscious. It's going to be manifested out. But at the same time, sometimes we have to work through, you know, what those triggers are, what those traumas are, and, you know, rewrite those things and see ourselves as somebody who's deserving of it. Because again, nobody is having free will. Everybody is just going to react accordingly to what you believe to be true about yourself, as well as them. Okay. So therefore, you know, some people have, you know, like I said, already limiting beliefs about men, okay, or women. You know, it can go both ways. And it really just comes down again to what's happened in your past and like overcoming that sort of thing. And we don't even have to fix it. You can still have those thoughts and still have your ideal. Okay. And we can work through that, meaning I can still be insecure and I can still have my person love me. You can create those different rules in your world as well, okay? Because you're the only ones that's defining who you are. You're the only one setting up these rules, and everybody else is just mirroring back the rules you're setting up for yourself and them, okay? So remember, you are creating these rules, these so-called rules. Oh, I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to be like this and this person will love me because that's what they told me. No, that's bullshit. You don't have to, okay, at all. You can do it. That's just an assumption you have, and you're giving other people your power. You're giving them free will in your reality. You're taking your cues from them, forgetting that those are your assumptions that were in your head based on your conception of yourself and them, and they're just saying it back to you. But that's why you can totally manifest different versions of people as you start changing those assumptions and those stories and going to your ideal, and remembering that you are creating everybody. They don't really have that personality that you think is so solid and real. You can go within and hear whatever you want because they're already inside of you, because you're manifesting them anyway. So you're not like manipulating them when you want them to do something nice, okay? As people say, because you're manipulating them actually anyway, okay? It's just, what choice do I want? Do I want to start seeing them as somebody as this who's choosing me? Or do I want to continue the story where they don't choose me, that they're not loyal to me, that they're not giving me what I want? It's a choice comes in here, because whatever you're doing, they're going to mirror back. Whatever you're doing in here is going to be mirrored back. And again, that's what coaching can be helpful for. So I can listen to what your subconscious beliefs are and thoughts. You can figure that out as well if you just take a list, write it down, and then rewrite it what you want to see with the ideal, and practice those inner conversations as well. Because again, nobody is through free will, I can say this, free will in your reality. So stop giving them free will. Okay, you consciously create. You're the only person that can consciously create in your reality. This is proven all over science, okay, as well. And you can look into that with quantum physics. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in the video. I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Have a great day.